So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlamagne.
I really,
It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell.
No. It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin has a problem?
And it's Joe Biden. And I'm Vice President, and my name is Kamala Harris.
Let me start by saying all of that sounds and feels and has the energy of something that was absolutely 100% staged. Everything was written by somebody who was not part of that conversation. It seems like the pauses were too perfect. Now, if you've done any kind of interaction with somebody over video call, over the Zoom, or anything like that, there's a little bit of a time break in there. There was no time break. And no one took time to address what the other person had just said. In fact, what they did was they read the script that was in front of them and then improvised the way that they were supposed to. Now, Madam Vice President, you know that he's going to try to interrupt you. Go ahead and talk over him. Just pretend he's not there because he's not actually there. You're talking to a camera. You'll see Charlamagne a little bit later when this goes on TV. Don't worry. And remember, he's going to ask you if Joe Manchin or President Biden is the president. You've got to say, and you've got to say forcefully, it's Joe Biden and I am the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. Now, let's go back a couple of days, just a few days. Reports started to come out that members of the White House were upset with the way that the White House was being portrayed in the media. They were being portrayed as incompetent, unable to work together, and being led by a man with dementia who shits his pants and is jacked up on amphetamines. The amphetamines are there to offset the dementia for a good chunk of the day. Meanwhile, the rest of the day, the president is just kind of holed up somewhere. So I'm not saying that the president is not the real president. What I'm saying is most of the time he's probably got a brain like worm pudding. Now, with that being said, we have to start asking ourselves, do we really want Kamala Harris to be the first person to answer the phone when there is some sort of huge diplomatic crisis going on? Personally, I don't. She gets nervous and cackles, and that's how we know that she's full of shit and she's making it up as she goes along, because every time she gets hit with an uncomfortable question, she does that cackle. Yeah. Beyond that, folks have been leaving the Biden-Harris administration much like Tim Roth and Steve Buscemi in Reservoir Dogs. They're just trying to get out of there before people realize they've been robbed and people have to start shooting cops, and then you start cutting people's ear off, and then all the bad stuff happens. I guess what I'm saying is you can't trust the media and everything is fake. I am telling you this as someone who works in the media. It's all bullshit. Have fun. Enjoy your weekend.